Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Dear meritorious children, welcome to yet another episode in Mirror of Dhamma program. Today, we are going to discuss and we are going to learn something deep, right? So, do you like to learn the deep Dhamma? I think you all like to learn that. So, today we are going to learn about the first noble truth. I think you all know there are 4 noble truths that was preached by our great teacher Supreme Buddha. So we are going to learn about the first noble truth today. So before learning that, let's pay homage to our great teacher Supreme Buddha, and let's go for refuge to the Triple Gems, and after observing 5 precepts, let's learn about this noble truth today. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Children, say with me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe 5 precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, to rebirth in heaven, and to realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Children, say with me. My homage to Supreme Buddha. Buddha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Dhamma. Dhamma is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Sangha. Sangha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Triple Gem. Triple Gem is my refuge every day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. First of all, may all of our homage be to our Kalyana Mitta, Pinnath Loka Swamin Wahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Theravada Saranai. Dear meritorious children, today from this Mirror of Dhamma program, we are going to dive into a little bit of a deep topic. Okay? And this topic is called the Noble Truths. I think you all have heard about these Noble Truths, don't you? Normally when we say, after observing 5 precepts, we say to observe, to realize the 4 Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. I follow these precepts to realize the 4 Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. So have you ever wondered what are these 4 Noble Truths? Right? So this is the core teaching of Supreme Buddha. This is the main teaching of our great teacher Supreme Buddha. Right? So there are 4 types, 4 Noble Truths. So this 4 Noble Truths is the reality of this world. Okay? It is the truth. That is why it is called the Noble Truth. Right? It prevails every time. Right? If there is a wise person, anytime, anywhere, he can realize these 4 Noble Truths. But one should be wise to that. Okay? So, in the beginning, we are going to learn about the first Noble Truth today. Okay? There are 4 Noble Truths. The first Noble Truth is known as the Noble Truth of Suffering. Right? The Noble Truth of Suffering. And the second Noble Truth is known as the cause of the suffering. Right? The cause that leads to the suffering. That is the second Noble Truth. Third Noble Truth is known as the cessation of suffering. That means stopping and eliminating, cutting off of the suffering. Right? And also, the final one is known as the way or the path that leads to the cessation of suffering. Right? We need to practice some way, right? A routine or a practice to escape from the suffering. So these are the 4 Noble Truths. First one is known as the Noble Truth of Suffering. Second one is known as the Noble Truth of Cause of Suffering. Second one is the cessation of suffering. And the fourth one is known as the path or the way that leads to the cessation of suffering. Cessation means, children, cutting off, right? We can eliminate that, right? Once and for all we can eliminate that, this suffering. So I think if you didn't understand, don't worry, I will explain one by one, right? So today from this program we are going to learn about the first noble truth, right? The first noble truth is the noble truth of suffering. Okay, so when you talk about suffering, what do you feel? Normally we know the suffering, the word suffering as something sad, something terrible, something that makes you frustrated. So they are the things that we call suffer, right? So there are some more things. Suffering is a vast topic, it's a broad topic, right? So Supreme Buddha explained about the suffering. So today we are going to learn about that. Okay, Supreme Buddha says in Satcha Vibhanga Sutta, there is a sutta called Satcha Vibhanga Sutta. In that sutta, our great teacher Supreme Buddha explained these four noble truths in brief, but after that our Arahant Sariputta, our great Arahant Sariputta explains about them one by one in detail. Okay, so this explanation was done by Arahant Sariputta, and after that our great teacher Supreme Buddha approved that explanation. That was, Supreme Buddha said it was exactly correct. Okay, so there is no any other person other than our Arahant Sariputta after Supreme Buddha to explain about these four noble truths in detail like this, right? There wasn't any other person. So that is why our great Arahant Sariputta was the monk who had the greatest wisdom in the Gautama Buddha's dispensation. His wisdom only seconds for, right? He is being second for only to the Supreme Buddha's wisdom. So our great Arahant Sariputta had such a wonderful wisdom. So Arahant Sariputta says to the monks, what is the noble truth of suffering, right? So let's learn about what is this suffering. Supreme Buddha said, birth is suffering. Arahant Sariputta says, birth is suffering. Okay, aging is suffering. So you have to remember these things. Number one, birth is suffering. Number two, aging is suffering. Number three, sickness is suffering, right? Birth is suffering, aging is suffering, and sickness is suffering, and death is suffering, right? Death is also suffering, and there are some other sufferings too. What are those? Grief, crying, bodily pain, mental pain. Are they sufferings? Yes. When we cry, it's a suffering, right? When we grieve about something, what will happen? It is suffering, children. And the bodily pain, when you get sick, when you have wounds, is that very nice and do you become happy? No, it is suffering, children. And there is something called mental pain. It comes when someone blames you, when your mother or father or a friend blames you. What will happen, children? You get mental pain. You don't feel anything from your body, but you feel the pain inside your mind. Am I right? Yes. That is called mental pain. And despair are suffering, right? Despair means being departed from the loved ones, right? Being departed from the loved ones. When you're being departed from the loved ones, you become suffering, you become sad, you cry, you grieve, right? It is a big suffering to one's life. And also, Supreme Buddha said, not getting what one desires, not getting what one desires is suffering, right? If you need something, maybe it's like this. you like to have something, maybe a food or anything, but you don't get that. What will happen? You suffer. There will be some mental pain inside you. So that is called another suffering, right? And Supreme Buddha said, in brief, the 5 aggregates of clinging are suffering. In brief, 5 aggregates of clinging are suffering. Don't worry, I will explain what is 5 aggregates to you. Okay, in the future I will explain it to you. So first of all, you need to know about the other sufferings, right? It is called the birth is suffering, age is suffering, sickness is suffering, right? Death is suffering, crying and bodily pain, mental pain, despair are suffering, not getting what one desire is suffering, right? And finally, the 5 aggregates of clinging are suffering. Okay, so that is known as the first noble truth, the noble truth of suffering. So children, when we talk about this noble truth, the suffering, see, from now in the beginning Supreme Buddha said the birth is suffering. Because we are born to this world, as a result of being born to this world, we got all these sufferings, didn't we? If we didn't born anywhere, do we have anything, any of these sufferings, children? Suppose you didn't born anywhere, right? If you escape from the birth, what will happen? You will never go across the aging because you are not born, right? You will never become sick, right? Because of you are not born, you will never die, right? You will never cry, you will never grieve, you will never have bodily pains, right? So the cause, the main reason for having this, the first suffering is called the birth. Okay, after the birth you have so many sufferings, that is aging. So day by day what will happen, children? You become old, you are becoming old, you know. So after 50 or 60 years what will happen? You will become grandmothers and grandfathers. You will lose your teeth and you will need a walking stick to go here and there. So it is a suffering, children. Aging is suffering. And sickness. When you become sick, when you fall ill, when you have wounds, is that a good thing? Is that a happy thing? No, no one likes that. No one likes to become sick, right? And death is suffering, right? Death is also a kind of suffering. Now, many of us doesn't like to go to the death. Do you like to die? You don't like. Why is that? We have that fear. We love our life. We hold on to our life. Therefore, we don't like to die. Okay, so dying, death is suffering. And while we are living in this life, we have grief, we cry a lot. Now we are born to this world, children, with crying. We are coming to this world by crying, right? And we have bodily pains, we have mental pains. Some people may suffer mentally, okay? And some people have to, no, not some people, all of us have to be departed from the loved ones around us, okay? The people who are living around us, they don't live forever. Sometimes we have to be departed, sometimes they may die, sometimes we may die, right? So when some loved ones being departed from you, that is a suffering. People cry a lot. Sometimes people go out of their minds because of that pain, that mental pain. So there is a suffering, children, okay? And not getting what one desires is suffering, right? When you have a desire for something, if you didn't get that, if you didn't receive that to your life, what will happen? You will suffer a lot, right? you will suffer a lot because of that desire, children. So these are the things that is called suffering. Okay, and Arahant Sariputta describes each one of them in detail after that. So now we are going to learn about the birth. So what is birth actually? Okay, so Arahant Sariputta says, it is the birth of beings in the various orders of beings. Okay, so what are orders of beings? That means the worlds of beings. There are so many worlds, right? Now we live in human world, right? This is human world, and also we see another world that is called the animal realm, right? The animal world. And there is a world called ghost world. Okay, there is a world called hell, Titan's world, and there are some worlds called heaven and Brahma worlds, and there are so many worlds in this whole universe, right? So they are the levels or the orders of beings: human world, animal world, ghost world, like that. So Supreme Buddha said, the birth of beings in this world, these orders, and coming to birth, descending into a womb. Now in some world the beings descend into a womb. Now we came to our mother's womb, didn't we? Yes, we lived 9 months in our mother's womb, and we came out of the womb and we came to this world. That is called the birth. So descending into a womb is the birth, right? Normally we celebrate the day as our birthday where we came out of our mother's womb. Yes, so that is not the real date of birth. The real date of birth is 9 months earlier than that day. Okay, so descending into a womb is known as the birth. Okay, and generation of specific birth. There are some special births in this world, children, right? Some animals, they are being born through eggs, from eggs. Okay, some animals, they are born like, they will be born like automatically, right? Sometimes there are some animals, they are being born in the wet places, right? Wet environments, like when you take the worms, they are being born in like rotten flesh and disgusting things, right? They are the wet environments. So there are specific births in this world, children. And also Arahant Sariputta said, the appearance of aggregates, okay, appearance of aggregates and obtaining the sense bases. What are sense bases? I is a sense base. So you see from this world, you see this world from your eyes, right? You hear this sound, these sounds from your ears, right? So there are 6 sense bases. They are called the sense bases: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body, and the mind. Finally, 6 sense bases: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. So these are the 6 sense bases. So when every animal who are born to this world, right, they get 6 sense bases. They have 6 sense bases: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, right? So this is called the birth, right? Coming into a womb and coming into a specific birth, appearance of the aggregates and receiving the sense bases, and it is called the birth. Okay, and what do we call the aging? Then Arahant Sariputta says, what is aging? Aging is the beings in these various orders of beings, they become old, right? These beings in this world, they become old, right? They become broken. Now their teeth are broken. Now when we talk about ourselves, when we become old, what will happen, children? our teeth will fall out, okay, and our hair will be grey, okay, and our skin, your glowing skin will wrinkle one day, right? It doesn't stay as now, right, forever. It will wrinkle. And also Supreme Buddha said the lifespan will be declined, it will be decreased. Decreasing of lifespan is the old age. And our faculties, that means the body parts, will be weakened, right? When you become old age, when you get old children, you cannot see clearly things, you cannot hear the things clearly, sometimes you cannot speak clearly, sometimes you cannot walk, your body is weak. Have you seen grandmothers and grandfathers like that? Siyas and Achis, they are like that, you know. That is called old age, right? So that is the aging, okay. So birth is a suffering, okay, aging is also a suffering, and the third one, death. Death is suffering, right? Supreme Arahant Sariputta says, what is death? Passing away of beings is death, right? Dissolution, disappearance, dying, and completion of time, breaking up of the aggregates and laying down the body is called the death, okay. So we pass away, right? Once we are born in to this world, children, we may die. No one can stop that. Can you stop that? No. No one could do that, okay. So and sometimes, like the gods, deities in the heavenly world, they don't just die and they don't fall onto the ground. Now normally we die like that. They just disappear, children, okay. They just disappear from the place. That is called the death in those world, right? And completion of time, right? When the time of our life is completed, we have to say goodbye to this world and go to another birth, right? And finally we have to leave our body in this world and we have to go somewhere, right? You cannot use this body forever, children, right? It is a temporary vehicle. You have to keep this in this world and you have to leave, okay. So that is called the death. So these are the three types of sufferings, and in the next programs I will explain you the other sufferings too, okay. So today we learned something deep. Don't worry about that. Little by little let's get the things clarified, then we will learn about the noble truths from this Dhamma programs. So hope you enjoy this program. So I wish you all, may all of you realize 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now children, we have come to the session of meditation. Today we are going to do loving kindness meditation. We are going to spread the love and kindness to all the beings who live in this whole world. So before doing the meditation, let's get ready for that. So sit in a relaxed position, make your body straight and keep your right palm on the left palm and relax your body, relax your mind, relax your shoulders and gently close the eyes. And when you hear my voice, pay attention to that and think according to my words.
Children, today we are going to do Karuna meditation. We are going to spread our compassion to all beings in this whole universe. When you hear my voice, listen to it very carefully. May I be free from physical suffering. May I be free from mental suffering. May I have physical well-being. May I have mental well-being. May I be free from suffering. May I be healthy. May I live happily. May all beings around me be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in my village be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in this city be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in this country be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in this world be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in this whole universe be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings live happily. May all beings live happily. May all beings live happily. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Now children, we have come to the session of good deeds where we watch and share the merits that has done by the children all around the world. So let's watch the videos and let's share the merits with all of us. Namo Buddhaya, Theravada Saranai.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the good deeds session, where we read and watch the good deeds done by children all around the world. My name is Sinan, and today I'm here with my sister Chamudi.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Chamudi, and today we'll be watching the good deeds done by Nalini Upasika. She has sent a marvelous presentation about how we should behave in school, how we should respect our teachers, and how to be nice to them. Let's see the video she sent. How to behave in school. You have to be nice to your teachers. Do not talk when the teacher is talking. It is okay to talk to your friends, but you can't talk too much, especially when the teacher is teaching. You also have to respect your teachers. You need to do what they ask you to do. Never say no to a teacher. They will help you when you need it. Do not laugh at your teacher. Don't joke about them. We share merit with Loku Swamin Mahanse, Mirror of Dhamma Swamin Mahanse, and all the monks and nuns all around the world. We also share merit with the children who practice the Dhamma. May you all realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Nalini Upasika for sending this meaningful presentation. According to our teacher, the Supreme Buddha taught us in the Singalovada Sutta how we should pay gratitude to our teachers. In 5 ways should we respect our teachers: by standing up in salutation, by attending to him, by eagerness to learn, by personal service, by respectful attention while receiving instruction. We should also do good deeds just like Nalini Upasika did. Continue to do these good deeds to accumulate great merits and escape this endless samsara. Many merits to Chamudi Upasika for voiceovering, and Mevin Upasika for adding these slides and making it into an amazing video. We rejoice in your merit.
You can also create short 1 to 2 minute presentations, videos, or photos about any Dhamma topics or any meritorious deeds you have done. You can then send them to our email address. We can share them with the whole world and rejoice in that merit.
Today we watched many good deeds done by children all around the world. May you also be able to accumulate many merits, follow the Noble Eightfold Path, and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. May we also reflect wisely on our actions and make good choices that benefit us in this life and benefit us in our next life. May you also have the opportunity to do more meritorious deeds and to send them to our email address.
These meritorious deeds will help to propagate the Dhamma and help others to do meritorious deeds as well. We rejoice in all your good deeds. The whole world rejoices in your good deeds as well. Therefore, my dear Dhamma friends, do not miss this rare opportunity. Be diligent in collecting many merits to our lives. May all of us have the opportunity to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Theruvan saranai. Namo Buddhaya.
Everyone is going through a tough time. No extra money to spend for anything. Another thing to remember is we don't always need money to do merit.
You can see beautiful animals, but in reality all animals are suffering too much in the animal world. This means if you are born in a bad destination, there is a high chance you will be born in bad destinations again.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the World News and the Buddha's Great Message session, where we read the news that happen around the world and what lessons we can learn from these news according to Supreme Buddha's teachings. My name is Dilip and today I'm here with Malinsa. Our living costs such as electricity bills, mortgage bills, water bills, gas bills and food bills have gone through the roof, haven't they? Everyone is going through a tough time. No extra money to spend for anything. This won't be the first or last time we faced a situation like this in this endless samsaric journey. Whenever you see a person in long queues for food or any extremely poor, sick or hungry person with no money to buy food or medicine, you can conclude we too have suffered in the exact same way many times in this long journey. Before we continue further, let's watch the news. Petrol prices in the UK have reached an all-time high, with a warning it could hit as far as 150 pence a litre. The average UK price of petrol hit £142.94 a litre on Sunday. beating the former record set in April 2012 by 46 pence. Meanwhile, diesel prices reached £146 and 5 pence a litre on Sunday, short of its all-time high of £147 and 93 pence. So how to deal with an emergency situation like this? As sons and daughters of Lord Gautama Buddha, the wise thing to do is to be prepared to face the tough times in our lives. Have a mind like water. When we pour water into a container, it takes the shape of the container. Just like the water, when we go through tough times in our lives, adjust according to the circumstances. Another thing to remember is we don't always need money to do merit. Take refuge in the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha. Chant Pirith daily, spread loving kindness, read Dhamma books and develop your Dhamma knowledge. When you have something, even a tiny bit, please share with others. While people play the blame game, you and I, let's fill our lives with merit and escape from this dangerous samsara.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Malinsa. You can see beautiful animals, but in reality all animals are suffering too much in the animal world. I will give you an example from the Buddha's teachings. Think there was a cesspit deeper than a man's height, full of filth. Then this man, who was exhausted by hot weather, thirst and hunger, was fallen into the cesspit that is full of filth, experiencing painful, racking, piercing feelings. This is how you will suffer if you are born in the animal world. Now let's watch a video to understand the danger of the animal world.
Hi again.
Look at the fear of death in the animal world. All animals constantly have to live with the fear of being eaten alive. How crazy is this samsara? Our great teacher said, if you're born in bad destinations, you cannot accumulate merits. Do you know why? You cannot hear supreme Dhamma. You cannot do merits like offering dana, saving animals. This means if you are born in a bad destination, there is a high chance you will be born in bad destinations again, because you cannot do good deeds. Therefore, my dear Dhamma friends, do not miss this rare opportunity. While you are born in the human world, while you can see and associate with Mahasangha, do many merits. By the power of the Noble Triple Gem, may you be able to accumulate many merits and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. We will see you all next week. Theravada Saranai. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Evam me sutang ekang samayang bhagava savatiyang viharati jetavane anatha pindikassa arame atako anyatara devata abhikantaya rattiya. Abhikantavanna kevala kappang jetavanang obhasitva yena bhagavaten upasankami upasankamitva bhagavantang abhivaditva ekamantang attasi ekamantang titakosa devata bhagavantang gataya ajjabhasi.
Thus have I heard. On one occasion the Blessed One was living in Savatthi at Jetavana, Anathapindika's monastery. Now when the night was far advanced, a certain deity whose surpassing radiance illuminated the whole of Jetavana approached the Blessed One, respectfully saluted him and stood to one side. Standing thus, he addressed the Blessed One in verse.
Bahudeva manusaca mangalani achintayun akankamana sottanam brohi mangalamuttamam.
Many deities and humans longing for happiness have pondered on the question of blessings. Pray tell me, what are the highest blessings?
Asevanacha balanam Panditanancha sevana Pujacha pujaniyanam Etang mangalamuttamam.
Not to associate with the foolish, but to associate with the wise, to honor those worthy of honor. These are the highest blessings.
Patiropadesa vasocha kubbecha kata punyata atta samma panidhicha etam mangalamuttamam.
To live in a good place, having done merit in the past, and to set oneself in the right direction, these are the highest blessings.
Bahu saccancha sippancha vinayocha susikkito subhasitacha yavacha etang mangalamuttamang.
Possessing vast knowledge and many skills, well disciplined and pleasant in speech, these are the highest blessings.
Mata pitu pattanang uttadarassa sangaho anakulaca kammanta etam mangalamuttamang.
Supporting one's mother and father, caring for one's wife and children, an honest occupation well undertaken, these are the highest blessings.
Dhananca dhammacariyaca ඥාතකානංච සංඝෝ අනවජ්ජානි කම්මානි ඒතම් මංගලමුත්තමං.
Being devoted to giving and living by the Dhamma, caring for relatives and blameless conduct, by body, speech and mind, these are the highest blessings.
Arati virati papa majjapanaca sanyamo appamadoca dhammesu etam mangalamuttamang.
To cease and abstain from evil, to refrain from intoxicating drinks, and diligence in practicing the Dhamma, these are the highest blessings.
Garavoca nivatoca Santutticha katanyuta Kalena dhamma savanang etang mangalamuttamang.
Paying reverence to those worthy of reverence, humility, contentment, gratitude, and timely hearing of the Dhamma, these are the highest blessings.
Kanticha sovacassata samanananca dassanang kalena dhamma sakacca etang mangalamuttamang.
Patience, obedience, meeting monks, and timely discussions on the Dhamma, these are the highest blessings.
Tapoca brahmacariyanca ariya saccan dassanang nibbana sacci kiriyaca etam mangalamuttamang.
Self-control, celibacy, understanding the noble truths, and realizing Nibbana, these are the highest blessings.
Puttassa loka dhammehi Chittang yassana kampati asokang virajang khemang etang mangalamuttamang.
The mind that is unfazed by the ups and downs of life, sorrowless, stainless, fearless, these are the highest blessings.
Etadisani kattvana sabbatama parajita Sabbatta sotting gaccanti tang tesang mangala muttamanti.
Having acted in this way, being victorious everywhere, they achieve all that is good. For them these are the highest blessings.
Etena saccena suvatti hotu.
By this truth may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Now children, we have come to the session of merit sharing. So today we collected lots of merits by paying homage to the Supreme Buddha, by learning Dhamma, and by meditating and by sharing merits. So first of all, let's share the merits that we collected today with all the gods who protect Gautama Buddha's dispensation. May all the gods rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, may they protect all the children who join to the Mirror of Dhamma program today, and may all the gods realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share the merits with our Pinot Lokaswamin Vahanse and all the monks and the nuns of Mahamevnawa monasteries and all the monks and the nuns of all around the world. May Mahasangha rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, may they live a happy life, and may they realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share the merits with all the departed relatives of all of us by the power of this merit, and rejoicing these merits. May all the departed relatives escape from the samsara as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's share the merits with all of our parents and our teachers. May all of them rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy. May they live long, may they live a happy life, and may all of their dreams come true. And may all of them realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And finally, may all of you children rejoice in this merit, and may you be well and happy, may you live long, may you live a happy life, may all of your education become successful, may all of your good hopes become true, and finally, may all of you realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we have come to the end of our Mirror of Dhamma program. So hope you enjoy this program today. So let's meet with another wonderful Dhamma sermon in the next week. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai.